Lights, camera, action!
Today is National Screenwriters Day. Yes, that's a real thing. So now I'm about to introduce y'all to the magical world of editing. I had an entire section where I talked about today being January 5th, National Screenwriters Day, about how I discovered it was National Screenwriters Day, all that good stuff. And when I went to upload the footage to my computer, that section had become corrupted. And I know why it became corrupted. It's because the battery I was using, it's a piece of shit third-party battery, died in the middle of recording, and it corrupted that portion of the video. So I'm just going to say real quick, yeah, today is January 5th, National Screenwriters Day, which is a made-up holiday, clearly. And I forget about it every year. But this year, today, when I woke up, I checked my phone, and the first thing I saw when I checked social media was that it was National Screenwriters Day. So I was like, hooray, National Screenwriters Day. I won't forget today. And then I also went on to say, yesterday, I went to the movies and I saw Babygirl. Now we're going to continue with the rest of the footage that I filmed. So I saw Babygirl, and I was really amused at how, like, certain scenes, like, they all, like, in unison would gasp or laugh or, you know, just react. It was really, really interesting, just really fascinating to see that all of these women collectively were affected by the same things. And I mean, you know, it makes sense, you know, of course. Because Babygirl, written and directed by a woman. I don't recall the filmmaker's name, so forgive me. But, you know, it makes sense that a woman could, you know, make a film, write and direct a film that would tap into, you know, the female psyche. And it's just like, oh yeah, you know, they're all like in alignment. They're all on board. It's just like this movie is hitting them all in the same way. And why it's amusing to me is not really because, like, I mean, of course, like I said, of course, she would be tapped in like that to emotionally tap into like what these women are feeling and thinking or whatever. It's the subject matter. It's the fact that all these women reacted the same way to this movie about a woman who has a high-powered woman who has a submission kink. Just leaving this afternoon screening of Babygirl. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. Let me tell you, these women in this theater, they laughed and they gasped and they applauded. And I was just like, yo. But yeah, I had a good time with it. I thought it was nice and sexy. More movies need to be sexy. I'm glad that they're bringing this back. You know, there are certain moments where I, as a man, I'm looking at this and I'm just like, geez, you know, this seems pretty degrading. But based on the reactions of the women around me, oh, they were into it. They were horny for it. Like, unreasonably horny for it. I'm just like, oh, okay. Shit, in my old age, I'm learning something about women from this film. And this is not to say that, you know, oh, you know, I'm looking forward to, like, you know, degrading women or, you know, like whatever. Because the movie makes clear that this is a consensual relationship and both parties have to be into it. And the main character, played by Nicole Kidman, she's certainly into what they are doing. But it's just like, damn. Oh, okay. Babygirl was cool. Nicole Kidman's performance was, I mean, she's fantastic. If she happens to get nominated for an Oscar, I wouldn't be shocked. Nicole Kidman was fantastic. She should probably get a nomination. She probably won't, but she deserves one. That's what I'll say. And actually, Antonio Banderas, his performance is also good. I was really curious as to why they cast him because, you know, it felt like his role is kind of small and kind of thankless. But then toward the end, you see why they need an actor of his caliber in that role. You really do see. So I thought that, he did a good job as well. But yeah, I enjoyed Babygirl. I thought it was cool. But that just, for me, it brings to mind like an idea that I do have. And not really an idea, but just like a theme that I would like to explore when it comes to, romantic relationships and like that power dynamic, that whole domination, submission thing. That's something that intrigues me. So it's a theme that I want to explore, but the thing is like I have different ideas through which I could explore this theme. And, to be for real, like, I've started a couple of them, or at least I've started one and I've outlined another one. And they're, these ideas, they're pretty much telling the same story because they're dealing with, these themes of domination and submission, these kind of like romantic relationships. So I don't know. I don't know if that's something that I want to explore in a script this year. My goal is to write 2 scripts, at least 2 scripts this year. So that might be something that I want to explore in one of those scripts. But since I'm definitely like shelving leopards eating faces right now, there's another script that I want to explore, and it's deals with hip hop's like within the world of hip hop. I feel like hip hop always finds its way into my scripts in some way, form, shape, or another. It's essentially, just a script about a rapper who feels his career is on the decline and, what he can do to get back to a place of prominence. That's what I'll say about that. And the tentative title is Filthy in Vegas, because the script, for the most part, takes place in Vegas. So I'm thinking that's what I'm probably going to focus on now that I'm shelving the political one. So we'll see. Also, because it's a Sunday night, they're doing the script chat on Twitter, which is hosted by Gene Bowerman of Pipeline Media. Like, they do all like Pipeline scripts, and they've got a book division and everything. But, they're like one of these consulting services for writers. And so she always, on Sundays, she always leads what's known as script chat, hashtag script chat. And she asked, what's on your mind for 2025? Do you have lofty goals, reworking old projects, jumping into something new and daring? And I responded, I was just like, this year, like for me, this year is going to be Query-O-Rama. I think I've got several solid scripts that are ready, and I'm ready to once again seek representation. Someone's got to believe in me as much as I do. Smiling emoji. So yeah, that's yet another thing that I'm going to be working on in the upcoming weeks, is I'm going to be readying like query letters. I've already got like a list of who I want to send these letters out to, and it's really just coming up with the strategy. I don't know what strategy I'm going to use, but I'll figure something out. I'll let y'all know, but I'll figure something out. But yeah, gonna get these queries out and see if anyone bites. I think that I'm going to lead with my romantic comedy, the one that did well in the Stage 32 romantic comedy contest. We'll see how that goes, but that's going to be the first script that I'm gonna try to like go out with. I got several. I got a lot of them. So, I mean, shit, man. If none of these scripts, that I've got interest anybody, then I might have to reconsider a whole lot of shit. Oh, and finally, I want to just answer a question that was in the comments on, I guess, my last video. Shout out to Malevolent Bite. They asked, what screenwriting software do you use? I use Final Draft. And here's the thing, I'm old. And so I've been using Final Draft for a very, very long time. Like, when I say a very long time, I was in high school when my mom gifted me Final Draft. I don't remember if she did it for like Christmas or my birthday or whatever, but she gifted me Final Draft. And this was so long ago that Final Draft came on several floppy disks. Like you had to put in like 1 disc just for the program to boot. So that's how long, I mean, but again, that's how long I've been using Final Draft. It came on like floppy disks. And then of course everything moved to like, you know, CDs and whatever. So I'm a lifelong Final Draft user. I love Final Draft. I've never had an issue with it. You know, I see people complain about, oh, it crashes or it does this or it does that. In my whole fucking life on this planet using Final Draft, I never had an issue. Knock on wood, but I've never had an issue. Right now, I'm still on version 12. I haven't upgraded to version 13. I have seen some people like complain about version 13, but again, I'm on 12 still, so. But again, no issues. I'm loving it. I've even gifted, you know, other people Final Draft. They can tell you what their experience is if they want to, but that's what I use. So Malevolent Bite, I hope that answers your question. I'll still reply to like your actual comment, but Final Draft. That's what your boy uses. All right, so I think I'm gonna step out and try to get some steps in. The Golden Globes are tonight, but I'm not watching the Globes, and I'm not even really keeping up with the Globes. Anyway, I think that's gonna do it for this one. I'll see y'all in the next one.
I love you.
Yeah. The summer is over, I missed it. Barrel was smoking, I kissed it. Fair showed us the renters for Texas, it's unrealistic. Cut him a check, cause I hate reviewing the budgets and limits. Just pay the man. The world fell in love with the gimmicks, even my brothers got tickets. Seemed like they loved every minute. Just know the shit is personal to us and it wasn't just business. Analyzing behavioral patterns is somewhat suspicious. Niggas was never happy for me when I run up the digits. Or when I'm breaking world records still as I guzzle a Guinness. Or when I get my 5th made back cause the color is different.